Hey guys, Aaron here, back with another video. Now today we are going to look at a little garage tour. These are not my personal cars, however, these are all my family's cars, which I'm very fortunate enough to be able to drive and use. With that being said, let's get started.
It's something you and I.
Now first up, we got the Bentley Continental Gtc V8. It's very dirty right now because we've been using it a lot. However, this car is a Moroccan blue. It has a very light tan on blue interior. This is the V8S model. So this one has about 500 horsepower and about 520 torque. It sounds so good, as you'll see in the clip. It has these pops and cracks that you wouldn't expect from a Bentley. It's driven a lot around here, actually. One of the second most driven car, I'd say. So that's a little fun fact. Whenever you see a Bentley, look for the little B logos. It even has it on the rims. If it's red, it's a V8. If it's black, it's a W12. Infotainment system is from about 2005, and it takes a very long time to load up. Like if you go in reverse, it takes about a good 30 seconds to turn on the backup camera, which for a car like this, you would expect it to be a little more on time. Here, let's pop the hood. They actually stuff it in pretty good there. It's very, very compact. So yeah, you got 4-liter V8. The other options for this car are the W12 twin turbo, which make about 600 horsepower. And then if you go for the speed, I think that's a little more like 620. And then the Super Sports, which is the final hurrah for this generation of Bentley, was about, I think it was 700 horsepower they came out with. So yeah, this is the Bentley Continental 2016 V8S convertible. Next up, we got the 2017 Sl63 Amg. We've had it for about a year, and one of my favorite features, so if you go on the key, I think this is the same on all SL models, if you hold the unlock button, the roof goes down without any, you don't have to turn on the car, no one has to be in the car, really nicely. Folds in back there. It's a hardtop convertible, as you can see. Still just holding it on the key, and if you want to put the windows down, you just hold it, tap it one more time, and you're ready to go for some drop top driving. So this car has a twin turbo 5.5 liter V8 as well. It makes about 577 horsepower and, more importantly, 670 just about pound-feet of torque. This car does 0 to 60, I'd say in 4. I mean, the problem is the tires in the back are only 285s, so it really struggles with traction. Here you can see the 285, and they're run flats, so they're not the best performance tire, but this car does sound pretty mean. It could be a lot louder with just a muffler delete. It would crack and pop, but this one's actually pretty reserved on the sound. Another cool feature about this car is we'll do a quick walk around, pop the hood. There you go. I'll go to the interior in a minute. On this car, the hood goes up like any normal car, right? There you go. You got your one-man, one-engine, 5.5 liter V8. So this is how high you'd expect a normal hood to go, right? You know, normal height. Well, this car is a bit different. Mercedes wanted their technicians to be able to work on this car very easily without having to take the hood off. So it just keeps going all the way to here. So at car shows, this is actually a pretty cool feature. Like you can see it from a mile away all the way up. and it provides a great view of the 5.5 liter V8. It's a twin turbo unit. Again, one man, one engine like they do with all their AMG motors. Now, one thing we did and changed on this car was this little fin spoiler was originally white from the factory. However, we got it painted black, and I think it matches, like these were already black, so the little side skirts, contrast and matches the best. Here, I'll get and do a little startup. You see. So press the starter motor right here. That pops up. Turn off the music. So right here actually is where all your driver modes are. So this is to adjust the suspension. This is to put it in manual mode for the paddles up here. And this turn off the traction, which is very dangerous in this car. Sport, then Sport Plus, and then on the bottom you got this little R, and R stands for race. Now that puts it in it's in a looser traction control setting, so it gets a little slidey, and it makes it manual. Most of the time it makes it manual to paddle shifters only. So that is ideal for obviously racetracks or whenever you want to go for a really good drive. Now the little I here, if you're wondering, is individual. So you know how most cars, they allow you to change and pick which ones you want. So here we got it set up to a Sport Plus motor, but comfort suspension, because the suspension gets really, really hard in Sport or Sport Plus mode. A really cool feature on this car that a lot of people don't know, and I think it's on all SLs, is that there is a setting called Dynamic Multi-Contour Seat. And what that means is, you can see it's set to 2 right here. So the side lumbar right here on the seats, they actually move when you turn. So let's say you're turning a corner, they actually move and provide support to the other side. So it holds you in place really nicely. But yeah, this is the Sl63 Amg 2017.
It's something you and I.
Now finally, we got the big boy, the Ferrari 488 GTV. You've seen this car in the drag times video against the Huracan. What a great time filming that. So this car, I mean, where do I start? It's 3.9 liter twin turbo V8, makes about 660 horsepower, rear wheel drive. You can see the motor there. We got these, we got the black wheels painted gloss black. They were from the factory. It's a special option. They actually didn't have it. However, we requested it and they were able to fulfill it. You got the carbon fiber sills right here. A lot of carbon on this car as well, but we didn't do too much because carbon is not cheap. You got actually a hidden spoiler right here. So not many people realize that air flows into here, right? And provides downforce and comes out here. So it doesn't need a physical spoiler. Also, we got the exits for the airflow actually. So airflow comes from these side panels. I think the bottom goes through the wheels and the top goes to the engine. Don't quote me on that. And they all come out through here once they've done their job cooling. Now for the interior, we got a red steering wheel with red seats, red under dashboard and red side. This is kind of just a standard red package you can get for this car. Up top, we just got a simple black with a carbon fiber driver zone. Now this also includes the lights that come up here. Now when you're shifting, these lights come up and which tell you when to shift without having to look down at your revs, which is very helpful at performance driving. Now back here, you can see a very nice view of the engine. Definitely a treat to look at whenever you're backing up, although you do kind of want to see where you're going. You got the little Ferrari side sills, pretty standard stuff. On the inside, we got the yellow tack with the side screens and everything, and we got the carbon fiber central bridge. So all of these are different options you can choose. You can pretty much make this car however you want. Also, another key option, we got the black roof. Normally this car would just come all white. However, we got that option, so it differentiates itself from all the other 488s out there. Let's do a quick startup. You kind of have to do a controlled fall getting into this car. It's kind of low, but not as low as other supercars. Enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know below, and make sure you give it a like. I really appreciate it, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.